Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Times Now, and I'm Meghna Dekha. Let's tell you about the Waqf protest, which is being held in Patna right now. It's part of a larger nationwide stir by the AIMPLB, and none other than Tejashwi Yadav is speaking right now. Lalu Yadav is also there, as you can see him right there on your screens. They've arrived there to show solidarity with the protesters. Listen in to what Tejashwi has to say.
Jai Hind.
Well, these are the visuals which are coming in from the Waqf protest. Remember, this is a protest which is against the Waqf Amendment Bill, which has been cleared by the cabinet, all set to be tabled in the parliament. Ahead of that, there are nationwide protests which are being held by the AIMPLB after a big protest which they had held in Jantar Mantar. Today is going to be the larger protest that they are holding across India. What you can see on your screens, however, are the Patna protests. Let me go across to Saket, who's joining us. Saket, वैसे तो protest है AIMPLB, मगर उन्होंने जो invites भेजे हर opposition party के leader को भेजे हुए हैं. हमारे स्क्रीन पे हमें दिख रहा है that there is Lalu as well as son Tejashwi. Tell us, और कितने parties participate कर रहे हैं इस anti वक्फ protest?
देखिए बिल्कुल, क्योंकि लगातार इन चीजों को लेकर बिहार में सियासत हुई है, क्योंकि जो इफ्तार पार्टी दी गई मुख्यमंत्री की तरफ से, उसमें कई मुस्लिम संगठनों ने जाने से इनकार कर दिया। बजाप्ता इमारत सरिया की तरफ से प्रेस रिलीज जारी किया गया और वहीं पे आरजेडी की तरफ से लालू यादव ने जब ये इफ्तार पार्टी दी थी तो वहां पर तमाम लोग पहुंचे थे। तो सियासत यहाँ पक्ष विपक्ष की होती दिख रही है, क्योंकि पहले ही मुस्लिम संगठनों ने ये ऐलान कर रखा है कि जो एनडीए के तरफ से जो भी इस तरह इफ्तार पार्टी या इस तरह का कोई भी आयोजन होगा तो उसमें मुस्लिम समाज के लोग शामिल नहीं होंगे। और वही तस्वीर दिखाने की, एक तरह से प्रोटेस्ट करने की कोशिश हुई। और अभी आप देखिए यहाँ पर जब प्रदर्शन चल रहा है गर्दनी बाग में वक्फ संशोधन बिल को लेकर, वो कहीं ना कहीं उसको लेकर ये पूरा विरोध जो है वो यहाँ पर दिख रहा है। उसमें विपक्षी पार्टी
Well, there seems to be a bit of a problem there with the audio connection of Saket. Saket is right there at the protest site. Of course, there is a lot of crowd there. Saket, we are going to come back to you. बताइए आपके क्या हो रहा है? Political party leaders भी वहां पर पहुंच चुके हैं।
देखिए बिल्कुल, यहाँ पर लालू यादव जो कि विपक्ष के सबसे बड़ी पार्टी है आरजेडी, उसके नेता हैं, और तेजस्वी यादव उनके साथ नेता विपक्ष है बिहार में, वो दोनों यहाँ पर इस जो ये प्रदर्शन और धरना चल रहा है उसका समर्थन के लिए यहाँ पर पहुंचे हैं। और लालू इसके वो यहाँ तक पहुंचे हैं। तो ये चुनावी साल है और चुनावी साल में इन चीजों को कैसे भुनाया जाए ये अच्छी तरह पता है, क्योंकि एमवाई समीकरण आरजेडी का पुराना और सबसे कह सकते हैं मजबूत समीकरण माना जाता है। तो ऐसे में उस समीकरण को कहीं ना कहीं साधने की कोशिश जो है वो लालू यादव की तरफ से यहाँ पर की जा रही है। और वही तस्वीर आज धरने पर दिखी भी, जहाँ पर तमाम जो आरजेडी के नेता हैं वो जरूर पहुंचे हैं विपक्ष की तरफ से। तो कह सकते हैं कि चुनावी साल में इन मुद्दों को कहीं ना कहीं अपने पाले में लाने की कोशिश यहाँ पर की जा रही है। लेकिन बावजूद इसके अब देखिए बड़ी संख्या में जो लोग हैं जो धरना प्रदर्शन के लिए पहुंचे हैं वो यहाँ पर।
Well, as you can see, the announcements have begun, that the speeches are about to begin. But as Saket is telling us, the biggest of is right there on your screens. Right next to him is Tejashwi Yadav as well, the former Deputy Chief Minister, the former alliance partner of Nitish Kumar. In fact, let's tell you what exactly it is that Tejashwi Yadav said when he spoke a very short while back.
सम्मानित मंचासीन और दूर दराज से आए हुए इस बिल के खिलाफ सभी आवाम को, बुजुर्गों को, नौजवानों को आज के इस धरना प्रदर्शन पर आप सब लोगों को हम धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं कि आप सब लोग एकजुट होकर के और लोकतांत्रिक, संवैधानिक, गैर संवैधानिक जो बिल लाया गया है इसके विरोध में आप सब लोगों का महाजुटान हुआ है। हम आप सबको बोल दें कि हमारी पार्टी राष्ट्रीय जनता दल, हम लोगों के नेता लालू प्रसाद यादव जी आज यहां बीमार अवस्था में भी आप लोगों का साथ देने यहां हम सब लोग आपके हाथों को मजबूत करने के लिए यहां पहुंचे हैं। और हम लोग किसी भी कीमत पर, चाहे सत्ता रहे या जाए, इसकी हम लोगों को परवाह नहीं है। लेकिन ये गैर संवैधानिक बिल और लोकतांत्रिक बिल का हम लोग पुरजोर सदन में भी विरोध किया था। संसद
Fiery speeches again coming in from the anti-Waqf amendment bill protests which are happening. Now, the state of Bihar, where the political discourse over the last few days has been dominated by the iftar politics versus Saugate Modi, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has taken to the streets to protest against the Waqf amendment bill. In fact, they are protesting right outside the Bihar Assembly to send a message to NDA ally JDU. Well, interestingly, AIMPLB spokespersons have claimed that leaders from ruling JDU, RJD, Congress, LJP have now been invited to take part in the stir as well. Now, remember, the AIMPLB's 31-member action committee has already resolved to adopt every available means to oppose the Waqf amendment bill. The next protest is also going to be held in Vijayawada. This is going to be on the 29th of March. It's going to be part of a larger pan-India protest that they are going to hold on different days at different places. Why Vijayawada is the next site? Well, let's tell you. Because the AIMPLB wants to pile on the heat on NDA allies such as Naidu. So here they are putting on pressure on Nitish, who is an NDA ally. Next, they want to put up the pressure on Naidu. Remember, Asaduddin Owaisi has been also making statements that it's one thing for the BJP to push through the Waqf amendment bill, but the big question is the alliance partner, Nitish and Naidu, will be forced to pay for it. Those are the kind of threats which have been coming in from opposition leaders. Meanwhile, AIMPLB's SRQ Ilyas has clearly stated that the purpose of these protests is to send a clear message to BJP's alliance partners that they should either withdraw support for the bill or else risk losing the support of the Muslim community. This is what they are saying, clear and directly.
देखिए, कल का जो धरना है बेसिकली वो इस बात के लिए है कि हम यहाँ की जो पार्टियां हैं, जो रूलिंग पार्टी है जेडीयू और लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी, उनको एक मैसेज देना चाहते हैं। और वो मैसेज ये है कि अगर वो सेकुलरिज्म में बिलीव करती है, अगर वो धर्म निरपेक्षता में बिलीव करती है, अगर वो संविधान में बिलीव करती है, तो उन्हें इस बिल का समर्थन नहीं करना चाहिए। और अगर इसके बावजूद भी वो बिल का समर्थन करती है तो हम ये मानेंगे कि उसने बीजेपी के कम्युनल एजेंडे के साथ जाने का फैसला कर लिया है, तो फिर वो हमारा समर्थन लूज कर जाएगी। अब आपने 44 अमेंडमेंट लेके आए, पूरे ओवरहाल कर रहे हैं वक्फ एक्ट को, तो हमारा मानना ये है कि ये बिल विड्रॉ हो।
So while Prime Minister Narendra Modi reaches out with gifts for Eid, the opposition is armed with dhamkis over Waqf. In fact, listen in to how the opposition over the last few days have been slamming the government over the Waqf amendment bill.
बीजेपी और बीजेपी के खासकर खास लोग जो इतने सम्मान के साथ, इतने प्रेम के साथ त्योहार अगर मनाना चाहते हैं तो सभी त्योहार मनाने चाहिए। खुशी की बात है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी अब मनाने लगी है बड़े पैमाने पर, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी वो दल है, उससे अगर एक वोट मिल रहा हो कुछ करने से तो वो तुरंत परफॉर्म कर देंगे वो चीज।
आरएसएस का मकसद नाथुराम गोडसे का मतलब ये लोग पूरा विरोधी है सब। भाई क्या देंगे, ईडी देंगे नहीं देंगे, उससे कोई लाभ होने वाला नहीं।
इससे बड़ा मजाक और क्या हो सकता है। मगरमच्छ के मुंह को देखिए, खोलता है, दांतें लगती हैं, ऐसे लग के कितना अच्छा हंस रहा है, उसके पास लोग जाते हैं वो निकल जाता है। वही हाल है बीजेपी का, केवल झूठ बोलना, इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं करना। इनकी नकली राष्ट्रीयता दुनिया जानती है।
अगर सचमुच प्रधानमंत्री तोहफा देना चाहते हैं तो हिंदू मुसलमान के बीच में जो नफरत आपने खड़ी कर दी है, इसको खत्म कीजिए। मस्जिदों को तोड़ना बंद कीजिए। इससे बड़ा तोहफा मुसलमानों के लिए और कुछ नहीं हो सकता है।
कोई दूसरा करे तो कहते कैरेक्टर डील है, खुद करे तो सब चल जाता है। मुझे लगता है ये जो भाजपा की भूमिका है वो सिर्फ चुनाव के लिए होती है। भाजपा का हिंदुत्व चुनावी होता है।
Well, Congress and the RJD are, remember, firmly backing the AIMPLB's protest against the Waqf bill. Tejashwi and Lalu, as we are just showing you, are sitting right there at the Patna protest side. They are showing solidarity by joining in the protest. There are others, of course, from the Congress as well as the RJD in Bihar. But surprisingly, none of them are willing to answer some of the straight questions on Waqf's illegality and the alleged land loot. Listen in to what the Congress is saying.
सर, वक्फ अमेंडमेंट बिल की बात करें तो कांग्रेस पार्टी भी लगातार इसके विरोध में दिखाई दी है। आज जिस तरीके से पटना में एक प्रदर्शन होने वाला है, पहले दिल्ली में हुआ था, उस समय कहा गया था कि ये ऑपोजिशन की टेक्निक है ताकि कंट्री में डिवाइड क्रिएट हो सके। अब पटना में दोबारा से इस तरीके का प्रदर्शन होने वाला है। क्या आपको उम्मीद है कि सरकार आप लोगों की बात सुनेगी?
हर संगठन को अधिकार है, वो जो चाहे करे, शांतिपूर्वक अहिंसात्मक ढंग से। जहां तक कांग्रेस का सवाल है, वक्फ का विरोध हमने जेपीसी में किया था, पार्लियामेंट में भी करेंगे और हम जिस स्वरूप में आ रहा है उसका विरोध करते हैं।
Meanwhile, BJP and its alliance partners are accusing both the opposition of backing the AIMPLB's Waqf protest to provoke, to fearmonger and mislead in the name of religion.
I fail to understand why All India Muslim Personal Law Board is going to stage a dharna at Patna. Why earlier at Jantar Mantar? If as a chairman of JPC, I have invited to the delegation of All India Muslim Personal Law Board as a witness in our committee. We have heard in a length views also. We have incorporated also concern of the people. And if I have submitted my report to the speaker, and now if it has been approved by the cabinet and government is now bringing a amended bill, so until unless if amended bill has been not placed on the table on the floor of the house, and if it is not discussed, it has been not enacted so far. So I think so it is only politically motivated.
वक्फ एक बहाना है, देश में दंगे भड़काना है, आग लगाना है, वोट बैंक की दुकान चलाना है, और यही इनका फसाना है। जो वोट बैंक की दुकान चलाते हैं, चाहे वो AIMPLB जैसी तंजीमें हो या इसे सपोर्ट देने वाले राजनीतिक इसके आका। वक्फ के संशोधन की बात तो खुद मुसलमानों ने की है, पर इसको हिंदू मुसलमान बनाने की कोशिश समाजवादी पार्टी, कांग्रेस, तृणमूल कांग्रेस कर रही है। लोगों को शाहीन बाग देश में बनाने की जो है उकसाने की कोशिश कर रही है। मैं सिर्फ इतना पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या संविधान ने जैन समाज, क्रिश्चियन समाज, ईसाई समाज को वक्फ जैसे अधिकार दिए हैं? क्यों केवल वक्फ के पास ही असीमित ताकत होनी चाहिए ग्रैबिंग की?
In 2013, the Communal Congress, peddling its dangerous agenda of political appeasement and vote bank politics, amended the Waqf Act in 2013. And what happened? This gave unfettered powers, arbitrary authority and control to vicious vested interests. This new reformative bill will usher in fair play, justice and parity for the poorer sections of the Muslim community. Waqf Act has been misused and there has been mismanagement and misappropriation of Waqf property. And this is the reason why Prime Minister Modi ji and the government is enacting this forward-looking bill. Now the time has come to call out the Congress bluff, and the Congress is rattled because they know that this amendment bill will effectively puncture their polarizing politics of religious appeasement.
Congress has always won in this country because of appeasement of Muslims. This is well known to everyone. The Joint Parliamentary Committee has probably submitted its report, and there are various angles to it. And there are cases that even the Muslims are harassed in the garb of religion. This needs to be stopped. And Congress needs to think logically about all this and go as per the law of the country. They just want to create a ruckus and give false narratives because what they say in the committee might be totally different than what they're saying outside.
Well, today, as this dichotomy unravels from Delhi to Bihar, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath too has drawn the line for fear-mongers. In fact, he has sent out a resounding message to those who constantly keep ratcheting up the narrative about Muslims being under threat. In fact, in the latest interview to news agency ANI, Yogi Adityanath has said that if Hindus are safe, then Muslims are also safe. The Chief Minister also asserted that Muslims are safe in Uttar Pradesh. This is where they are the safest. And he insists that the state now sets an example of peace and order. The UP Chief Minister, however, didn't stop just there. He also took it a step further and he asked whether 50 Hindu families could feel safe amongst 100 Muslim families. He cited Bangladesh and Pakistan as examples where the safety of minorities, especially Hindus, remains under a cloud. Watch this.
दुनिया की सबसे प्राचीनतम धर्म और संस्कृति है सनातन धर्म। कहीं भी हिंदू राजाओं ने दुनिया के अंदर कहीं भी अपने बल पर, अपने वैभव के दंभ से किसी पर आधिपत्य स्थापित किया हो। 100 हिंदू परिवारों के बीच में, 100 हिंदू परिवारों के बीच में एक मुस्लिम परिवार सबसे सुरक्षित रहता है। लेकिन मैं कहता हूं 100 परिवारों के बीच में, एक हिंदू की बात तो दूर करिए, 100 मुस्लिम परिवारों के बीच में 50 हिंदू सुरक्षित रह सकता है क्या? नहीं रह सकता। अब बांग्लादेश आपके सामने उदाहरण है, इससे पहले पाकिस्तान उदाहरण था, अफगानिस्तान में क्या हुआ था। उत्तर प्रदेश में मुसलमान सबसे ज्यादा सुरक्षित है, सबसे ज्यादा सुरक्षित है। अगर हिंदू सुरक्षित है तो वह भी सुरक्षित है। अगर दंगे यहां यूपी में होते थे जो 2017 के पहले, अगर हिंदू की दुकान जलती थी तो मुसलमान की भी जलती थी, हिंदू का घर जलता था तो मुसलमान की भी जलती थी। और 17 के बाद से दंगे बंद हुए। अगर हिंदू सुरक्षित है तो मुसलमान भी सुरक्षित है।
Well, in fact, let me go across to Adib, who's joining us live from Lucknow. Adib, very interesting, a very bold statement coming in from the Chief Minister. He is one man who's seen as the poster boy of Hindutva. He has been attacked repeatedly by his rivals for discriminating against minorities, for his nafrat, as they say, for the minority community. But today, Yogi Adityanath makes a very bold statement that Muslims are safest in Uttar Pradesh.
Well, definitely, Meghna, and see, this is one of the biggest statements that is being given by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, even though he is being widely criticized for his remarks by the opposition party, or whether it be Akhilesh Yadav, the Samajwadi Party, or the Congress Party. They always criticize Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, but the statement that has now come from Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath saying that the Muslims are safest in Uttar Pradesh. Even in fact, he went on to say that if there are 100 Hindus family and a single Muslim family is living, they are safe and they can follow their religious practices. They can freely follow their religious beliefs. The Samajwadi Party, although Meghna, has continued to strike, to continue to attack Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. They are saying that it is just the statement given by the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, but we all know that how he's forcing Muslims, how he's pressurizing Muslims in the state of Uttar Pradesh. But the statement that has been given by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath clearly gives us the measure that what is his stand on different issues. And when it comes to the minority community in the state, he's been on the target of the opposition parties. Absolutely. But he says that the Muslims are safest in Uttar Pradesh, Meghna.
Well, you're absolutely right. In fact, let me take that point across to Pragya as well. Pragya, the kind of attacks that he has faced in the past, especially been in the news for the Places of Worship Act, for Sambal, the riots which have happened, and also the kind of statements that he has made in the past is something, including the bulldozer justice, which are cited repeatedly as statements by the opposition parties to target him. What's happening here? What is the larger message that Yogi Adityanath is trying to give out with statements such as this? What's the narrative being set here?
Well, the statement is very clear that there will be no appeasement politics in Uttar Pradesh. If there is a law and order situation, administration will look at it, and also without any discrimination of religion, administration will act on it. Remember, he had given several instances when there were Muslim, people who were coming from a Muslim community and certain community. They were let off even by the government of that time, especially Samajwadi Party, because they came from that particular community. Yogi Adityanath is saying, if you are a Muslim or a Hindu, if you do anything wrong, then law will catch up and administration will take action against you. This is exactly what he has been saying, and he says that, he also gives this comparison between how Hindus have been living over the centuries and how Muslim invaders have, developed an ideology within the community as well, and this needs to change now. This is exactly the time when he says that when Hindu people live in a particular community, and if they are Muslim, they are the safest. But this is not true for the Hindu families who are living in a Muslim neighborhood. This has been a sentiment that has been echoed on the ground in various elections and in various, cities in the Uttar Pradesh. And this is exactly what he is right now echoing and voicing.
Yes, he's also drawing a parallel with Bangladesh there. But Pragya, as well as Adeep, do stay on with us, because here's another interesting snippet of that interview that Yogi Adityanath had given. Well, there was no short supply when it came to the political grandstanding, especially when it came to Sambhal. We are just discussing that with Pragya. Be it last year's violence during the court-ordered survey of the Shahi Jama Masjid or the political outfits who've been taking sides. Well, this has been a topic that has been revisited by almost all the netas. The episode, which triggered an excavation of the Hindu pilgrim site that only intensifies the political flavor. In fact, days after the arrest of Zafar Ali, the chief of the Jama Masjid, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, has sent out a stern message to all his detractors. All the pilgrimage sites will be excavated. In an interview, Yogi Adityanath has said that his government has identified 54 pilgrim sites till now, and any other such sites in Sambhal would be excavated. To support his argument, he has said that all the actions are as per law. In fact, speaking on mosques built on temples, he has said that Islam never accepts building masjid by demolishing a place of worship of other faith. In fact, he has stated that many have deviated from the path of Islam.
जितने भी होंगे सब ढूंढेंगे, सब निकालेंगे और दुनिया को बोलेंगे कि भगवान ने जिसको आंखें दी हैं वो आके देखो तो क्या हुआ था संभल में। देखिए, संभल एक सच्चाई है और मैं इसलिए नहीं कह रहा हूं भाई आपको उपासना विधि की पूरी छूट है, कहीं भी आप बनाइए, लेकिन आप तो इस्लाम के मुद्दों से ही भटक करके काम किए हैं। किसी भी हिंदू मंदिर या किसी हिंदू घर को तोड़ करके आपके द्वारा बनाई गई कोई भी इबादत गृह ये खुदा को स्वीकार्य नहीं है। क्यों आपने बनाई? आप तो इस्लाम के विरुद्ध आचरण कर रहे हैं, कानून के दायरे में रह के सब काम कर रहे हैं।
Well, Yogi's remarks elicited a very sharp reaction from the INDIA bloc leaders. They call it a bid to polarize society, to create a rift between communities. The leaders have said that Yogi Sarkar should focus more on the development and infrastructure. They also called in an attempt to hide BJP's failures as unemployment and inflation have all risen.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी और जो वर्तमान में उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार है उसको अपनी उपलब्धियां गिनाने को कुछ नहीं है। आप अपने मुद्दे, आपने अपने काम के दम पर जनता के बीच जाइए और कहिए कि आप हमको फिर से चुनिए, लेकिन उनका काम जमीन पर दिखलाई नहीं पड़ता है। वो हवा हवाई पार्टी है, हवा हवाई लोग हैं, खाली हवा में बातें करके वो राजनीति कर रहे हैं।
देश का कानून, चाहे प्रधानमंत्री हो, चाहे मुख्यमंत्री हो, कोई भी हो, सबके लिए बराबर है। और आज देश का कानून ये है कि 15 अगस्त 1947 को भारत के उपासना स्थल विधेयक के मुताबिक जो स्थिति थी वही लागू रहेगी। तो उसे कोई मुख्यमंत्री, कोई प्रधानमंत्री बदल नहीं सकता। हाँ, चुनावी भाषा का इस्तेमाल करके, उत्तेजना पैदा करके, नफरत पैदा करके अपनी कमियां छिपा सकता है।
ये कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते। योगी आदित्यनाथ से आप, हम या उत्तर प्रदेश की समझदार जनता ये नहीं उम्मीद करती है कि योगी आदित्यनाथ जी उत्तर प्रदेश में कुछ आईटी सेक्टर को इम्प्रूव करेंगे। योगी आदित्यनाथ जी उत्तर प्रदेश में हॉस्पिटलिटी को बहुत बेहतर बनाएंगे। जब मुख्यमंत्री नहीं थे तब उनका बयान था कि अगर कोई एक मुसलमान हिंदू बेटी के साथ गलत करेगा तो हम मुसलमानों की बेटियों को कब्र से निकाल कर उनके साथ गलत करेंगे। ये योगी आदित्यनाथ के बयान है।
No, I would request him, urge him. Has he identified sites to ensure that unemployment does not exist? Or he doesn't have these things on the agenda? Only polarization and divisive agenda. I think some sense should prevail in his head.
Let me go across to Pragya. Pragya, very interesting sound bites coming in from the opposition. They are calling it a deflection from joblessness, a deflection from the Hindu-Muslim narrative, which they say is in place.
Well, you're absolutely right. And when we spoke to all the opposition leaders in parliament, they believe that there are more important issues in the state rather than digging up old sites and finding temples, under every mosque. This is their statement, and they also know, there is also vote bank politics behind this. BJP has always been saying that Samajwadi Party and India Alliance has always been working for a certain community, which is Muslim community, and BJP has been known for working for the Hindu voters. So there is always a vote bank politics, and obviously opposition is also of the mind that this act of Mr. Yogi Adityanath may consolidate the Hindu vote bank. So obviously there is a politics of vote bank behind this, but the fact that opposition is targeting Yogi government on the matter of administration, on matter of law and order, matter of employment, all those parameters which is important for the growth of a state, is also speaks volumes about the opposition leaders, because they say that when you say Hindu-Muslim, when you do this kind of polarization, it always harms
the narrative of polarization which is being set, but both sides are accusing each other of using it for their own vote bank, for their own interests. Thank you so much for joining us, Adib as well as Pragya. This, of course, continues to be our top focus story here on Times Now. The big flutter that Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has set in the political corridors after his interview. With that, we're going to be taking a short break. Don't go anywhere. Siddharth will be joining you on the other side.